too. Knows about the grind. Yeah, bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again.
I'm your huckleberry. Oh, dude.
Happy hump day. Welcome to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. It's Joaquin, it's Hernan, it's Zach Kubish with you on this fine Wednesday. Weather sucks again. This damn wind needs to go away. I'm sick of this wind. I've had enough.
Okay, I can't take your bitching today about weather and stuff. It's just enough. Enough. Just deal with it. You grew up here. Deal with it.
No, this wind.
Stop.
This wind since last year is on a different level. And just wait till we start talking about the Leafs, because that's going to be bad. I'm sorry. I've become conspiracy guy. I don't like conspiracy theories and all that, but
I just don't like. Don't be soft on me. Okay, quit it.
Yeah. Okay.
I heard your vacation or your retirement talk, and I'm just like, oh, I hate the cold and stuff, and I've had enough. I've had enough.
I will not. I can't wait for retirement. It's gonna be great. You might have to set me up, Joaquin.
I gotta find out how much you're making. I'm here till 86. That's what the numbers look like.
Oh boy. Well, you'll probably make way more than I do.
No, I don't. I do this for the love of it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see what happens. Maybe we're too close. We can't be financial buddies.
Yeah, no, it's probably not a good idea.
Oh, you'll know all my financials.
I can give you some ideas.
Is that a weird thing though? Like, you do financials for a friend?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Like, you don't want to be too close, I don't think. Because it can sour the relationship, right?
But you're not going either, like, telling everybody what your buddy's making either.
No, I'm sworn to secrecy. I don't say anything about anyone, right? That's part of it's all in my advisor disclosure statement. There's a whole thing on ethics and stuff that you have to go through. And actually, because every year there's... like learning, you get continuing education credits that you have to get every year. And so you kind of get refreshers on the ethics things. And then you have to take like these little quizzes, right? They're not that hard, but sometimes with the ethics stuff, it's, if Sally's husband's friend comes to you and tells you that they're getting a divorce or they're swindling their grandparents. Like, it's weird, right? So then you got to go, oh, God. But yeah, it's best just to divulge anything.
All right. That's interesting. I've always wondered about that because some people get their accountant friend to do their taxes or whatever, help them on. I've always wondered about that. Obviously, like, one of my good buddies is an accountant. Back in the day, he was doing my taxes, but he wasn't revealing what I was making.
Accountant's a little different, though.
Yeah.
That's, if you're just doing taxes, that's not really that big a deal. Like,
no.
When sometimes, like, I'll have family members, right? That, then if there is a separation, then there's stuff you have to go through. So yeah, you have to navigate it properly, which I think I do. Yeah. No one's complained yet.
Yeah, wait till I get in there. It's Joaquin, it's Hernan here. Of course, lots to get to. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat. Slam that thumbs up. It is the off season for the Edmonton Oilers, so we only want 80, and that shouldn't be too hard.
Smash the thumbs up.
Joaquin, interesting. We got to get to a lot. I just quickly want to throw this out there. So Elliot Friedman tweeted out about half an hour ago, NHL officially informs teams of the 2026-27 salary cap and payroll range. The floor will be $76.9 million. The midpoint will be $90.4 million, and the ceiling will be $104 million.
That's it?
Yes. Maximum salary, $20.8 million. So I think
I thought it was like going to be 111, wasn't it?
I can't remember what it was, but it's an 8.5 increase.
That's it?
Yeah.
It's not much.
It's not much, but it's some wiggle room for sure. So that's the latest. Yeah, it's rising by the 8.5. So, I mean, that's going to free up a little bit more money for all the teams, of course. And on the show today, we're going to have some fun, okay? Joaquin, at 140, we did Maple Leafs the last 2 days, so I was like, we're not going to go there again. But I want to talk about the Canucks. I almost felt bad for them. They dropped from the number one pick to the third pick. They've gone through so much these last 2 years. It's just another gut punch, right?
The key word is almost.
Almost. Yes. Rob Williams, our good buddy from the Daily Hive Vancouver, will join us. Talk about falling. What will they do with the pick? Rutherford steps down. We'll take on an advisor role. So many things going on in Vancouver. Our good buddy will join us at 1:40. At 2:20, we're going to head to Montreal, tee up game one with Sean Farrell from NHL.com. He'll join us at 2:20 to tee up game number one. We got the screw it, let's do it parlay. Boys, we're ice cold right now. All three of us missed yesterday. Hernan's rolled for the Edmonton Garrison, and of course, we got Noticias for the Edmonton Elks. But let's start here. Joaquin, I was driving. I was at home when that stupid 12 ball came up, and I almost fainted.
Really?
Yeah, the GF had to hold me up. Okay, I just want to say this. I just think it's so fishy. Listen, okay, Hernan, you're just a hater. Maybe I am. And I know the Oilers got 4 first round. Yeah. But the fan base here suffered for it. One playoff appearance in 13 years, the decade of darkness. They suffered. Yeah, they got an extra one, then they got the golden goose with Connor McDavid, Joaquin. Maybe it was set up that way too. But Joaquin, I guess before I go off on this, just your thoughts on Toronto getting that number one overall pick and possibly.
I like it.
Okay,
I'll say it. Your reasoning does not make sense to me. The decade of darkness. The Toronto Maple Leafs have had decades of darkness. Okay, they have not accomplished anything in 50 years. So take it with and this is only their third first-round pick, right? They had Wendell Clark, they had Austin Matthews, and now they have the new one. Who knows who that's going to be?
Yeah.
And part of me feels like all first-round picks should go to Canadian teams anyways, because they're appreciated more here, and I want all the best players playing in Canada. I think it's great. He's whoever this is. It looks like, will it be McKenna? I don't know. With this new management staff, they might crunch some numbers and trade it. Who knows?
Yeah, you're wrong.
If they, because I mean, an 18-year-old or not? Is he 8? He'll be 18, right? Is he a year older? I don't know if he had a late birthday or not. I don't think so.
McKenna is 18. He'll be 19
in December. Yeah, so he had a late birthday, right? Is his game going to translate to becoming a productive top 6 forward in the first year? Doesn't happen for a lot of players. Even Connor McDavid, how it took him 15 games to score a goal.
Yeah.
Right? So
Taylor Hall took a while too.
Yeah. Nuge was right away, I think, wasn't he?
Second game, I think.
Yeah, I think he scored right away.
Or first game against Pittsburgh.
Was it first game?
I think it was, yeah. Okay.
So I like it. I enjoy watching hockey. I know it's bad to say. I like when 5 o'clock rolls around in the wintertime when you're freezing and complaining, and I'm watching a Leafs game before the late game. I enjoy that, and I want to see the best players. I don't want to see crappy hockey. So to me, buddy, I would rather it go to Toronto than Vancouver, to tell you the truth.
Oh, okay.
Because it pains me to see what my home city has become, the fan base has become. They are fair weather hockey fans, and the Dusty mentioned it, the troll job. This is This is Chunga's revenge. This is karma for acting so poorly towards other organizations. And that whole, playing the Oilers in that playoff series and actually seeing some of those fans and what they were like, forget about it.
I just think there's a natural hate on for the Leafs if you're not in Toronto. I think that's most like our buddy.
Have you been to a game here when Toronto's in town?
Oh, yeah. It's annoying.
Yeah, but that's it's almost 50-50.
You know what was funny? I went to a game at Rexall Place, and me and my cousin got stuck, surrounded by all these Leafs fans, and the Leafs just whooped the Oilers. But in the second intermission, we went into the bathroom waiting in line, and all these Leafs fans are talking smack. This big guy walks in, Oiler guy. Someone got a problem in here? Who's talking smack about the Oil? And all the Leafs fans just put their head down and kept doing what they were doing. It was hilarious. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go.
I do miss those bathrooms, though. Remember those bathrooms at Old Rexall?
Oh, yeah.
It was always a place to urinate.
Yeah.
Didn't have to wait in line at all.
That's true. I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on right now. Okay, I hope you don't mind.
This is... for a team that's got 4 first-round picks.
I know.
This is weird, dude.
And I understand that.
You're like a Canucks fan throwing this out into the ether.
That's okay. I'll eat it right now. I'll eat it right now. And listen, maybe the hockey gods are pissed at the Oilers for getting 4 first-rounders because they haven't won squat. And they might blow it. Okay? They have 2 years. But Joaquin, the day after, Chris Johnson says Austin Matthews might leave after this year. Okay, all the poppy stuff. Oh, he might leave. He doesn't want to sign here. One of the worst press conferences we've seen in a long time, with a very controversial hiring. Okay, obviously Batman was fine with it, but by all accounts, a lot of GMs are not happy that Chaika's back in the league. It was uncomfortable. It was a weird press conference. We still don't know what Matt Sundin's role is. That. Okay. The Leafs were going to be bad, and they might still be for a year or two, but they were going to be bad for years here, Joaquin. This team was in shambles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then they land the number 1 pick. Come on. Like, it's a distraction, smoke and mirrors, whatever you want to call it. I just find it fishy. And I know you're going to say, Hernan, you're out to lunch, you're just a hater, but come on. And Joaquin, let's go back to last year in the NBA. We're sitting here on May 6th, 2026, and no one can still come up with a valuable argument of why the Mavs traded Luka Doncic. No one. The guy that traded him is long gone. And then what did they end up getting? The Dallas Mavericks. The first overall pick. Like, come on, man. Like, it's fishy to me. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry for being a hater. On top of that, Joaquin, you know what's driving me crazy now? All these Toronto media and fans saying, Connor McDavid, Gavin McKenna, Austin Matthews. I'm reading this on Twitter right now. Mike Johnson, who's one of the best color analysts that's coming up, right? Mm-hmm. Former player. Mike Johnson and the guys on Overdrive on the possibility of Matthews and McDavid joining forces.
No, in what context? That they're going to go somewhere together other than Edmonton or Toronto?
Or they're going to go or McDavid's going to go to the Leafs?
Okay, McDavid plays with Leon Draisaitl.
Thank you.
I don't understand what the appeal to go play with Austin Matthews is when we've debated, and it's finally, after the last 2 seasons. Like, there was the Matthews McDavid comparison, who's better. That got put to rest pretty quick. Then it shifted to Leon Draisaitl. Is Austin Matthews is better than Leon Draisaitl? No, he's not. So why would Connor McDavid go play with a lesser individual? He plays with one of the greatest players of all time. Ever since he came to the Oilers. So this argument that he wants to go play with someone else is completely obtuse. Like, give your heads a shake, guys. He's already playing with one of the best passers in the world, and he's putting tap-ins for him. Come on, I'm done with that. The next guy, I'm going to send an awful letter to.
Like, come on, Mike Johnson. Come on, guys. What are we doing here?
What do you think? Like, look who he plays with. He plays with Hyman, plays with Leon.
One of the best passers from the back end in Bouchard. He's on the historic power play for the last 3-4 years, but he's going to want to go to Toronto? Come on. Enough of this crap.
And play with Willie Stiles? Just stop it. Stop it.
And it's going to get so annoying. McKenna's going to be the most. What's the word I'm looking here for?
He's going to be in the spotlight no matter what he does. He can be -3.
He's going to be bigger than McDavid. He's going to be bigger than McKinnon. He's going to be bigger than Makar. It's ridiculous. Hopefully the kid can handle it. Smitty the Welder with a good point. Taking a commercial break before the last ball makes it look worse too. Exactly. One of the biggest franchises, most important franchises in the league too. You don't think that little Gary Bettman's like, we gotta hook them up. And when I was sorry, Joaquin, when I was gonna say the decade of darkness,
why are you saying sorry to me?
Oh, because I thought you were gonna say something. I cut it. You said the Leafs fans haven't won for 60 whatever it is years. But my point is, this is the first year they've missed the playoffs in a long time, and they get rewarded. That's what bugs me. At least the Oilers sucked.
9 consecutive seasons, right?
Yeah, and the Oilers were, Coob, you're too young. The Oilers were terrible, Joaquin. Terrible.
Yeah, they were pretty bad.
Bad memories. It's it's not a good thing to look back on. And these other teams, it just sets things back. I mean, I saw reaction from Canucks fans. There was a whole get-together in an establishment to see if their team will win the first overall pick to maybe pick a franchise-altering player here in Gavin MacKenna.
It
didn't happen.
Yeah, I just find it fishy, and I'm sticking to that. I don't care if our friends from Toronto that join our show are mad at me. I think it's incredibly fishy, especially what happened 24 hours with this organization before.
It was Matt Sundin who was a face as well. Where is Chayka? Is that not a thing to question there as well?
Well, they don't want Chayka there because Sundin's
he's a good face.
He's a good face, right?
Like I saw cop, bad cop with those guys coming in. It'll be like the other guys.
So
bad cop, worse cop.
Toronto media, all of you, please stop with McDavid and Matthews and McKenna joining forces. Stop it. McDavid might leave in 2 years. And I'll tell you this, Joaquin, he's not going to Toronto. So I'll finish with this, and we'll finish with this stupid Leafs talk. Well, it's not stupid. It's actually pretty exciting. How much does this change Toronto's next couple of years? Are they going to do a quick retool and be back in the playoffs, or do you still think it's going to take them a while?
Looking at their lineup, they're in trouble.
Yeah, no, it's a good point because the lineup's still not very good.
I mean, is it a playoff team? Is it a top 3 in the division team? No, they're sniffing around. You hope they're sniffing around a wild card at this point.
Yeah,
because you look at like their defense. I mean, they're a few years closer to, in hockey terms, to the retirement home. Right, like it's crazy. Some of the deals that they have going right there with those guys. So you think there's a lot of work to do in Edmonton. There's a ton to do in Toronto.
Yeah, a ton. And please, like Mike Johnson, I love your work. I think you're great at it. But come on, what are we doing talking about this?
Who won the Hobey Baker this year? Do we know?
Let me check.
Because it was Ike Howard last year, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And he played in the American League. So was Gavin MacKenna even in consideration for the Hobey Baker this year? I don't think he was he?
I think he had he got better as the second half of the season, Joaquin.
Max Plant, who's a Red Wings draft pick.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, to think that McKenna's going to come in and light the world on fire. Look, I watched some Medicine Hat Tiger games a couple years ago, and it was ridiculous. Like he didn't belong in that league. He was making everyone look silly. And you know what? It's interesting because we said this a while ago. Maybe because we look at Celebrini a little bit last year or 2 years ago. He had a good season, right? But nothing like this year.
No.
And maybe that's just MacKenna can hit the ground running a little bit better just for the fact he wasn't playing against, 18, 19-year-olds in the Western League.
Yeah.
And he was playing against guys that were a little bit more mature, a little bit stronger. So, but again, he's got some experience, but he's going to have to go back to playing a ton of hockey again. So there's always a little bit of an adjustment there.
MacKenna was 5th in NCAA scoring this year, 51 points, 35 games, and a couple of the players ahead of him, actually all 4 ahead of him, have played at least 4 or 5 extra games and had a few extra points.
So it's not a bad
close.
year by any means.
No.
That's
he had a
pretty
slow
good year.
start, but then he started getting into it.
But that's what happens, right? He started figuring things out a little bit more. So,
well, you think of Porter Martone. Sorry, he was 6th in NCAA scoring, just a point less, same games played.
And he looks
changed the
great
goals around. He's fantastic with the Flyers,
but he's a big dude too.
And Belzy made a good point too. Like he went from playing from 17 to 20-year-olds to 18 to 23-year-olds.
Yeah.
So it's an adjustment.
It's
right?
a huge adjustment.
Yeah.
Because he's not the biggest guy in the world.
No. So we'll wait and see. I still think the Leafs are going to be in some tough seasons ahead, even with MacKenna and we're assuming McKenna's the guy they're going to take. They might go somewhere else. We know Chaika likes his analytics. They might select elsewhere, but they're going to get a hell of a player. Is that enough? So we'll wait and see on that. Rosie, our good buddy Mike Greer, former Edmonton Oiler, man, they get the 2nd overall pick, and they're just loading up, Joaquin.
Yeah, they are.
Should they go defenseman?
That's... You always hear you pick the best player available, but I think in their case... They really have to. I think they're in a position to pick the best player for them just because of the age group of that team as well. So, I mean, they have to sign a ton of D-men as it is. Mm-hmm. Like, I think, it's only Dmitry Orlov and Sam Dickinson and Luka Cagnoni that are signed through to next season. So you got one pretty good defenseman in Orlov and 2 young guys. So there's lots of room there.
Yeah.
But I think with them, I guess it depends on who's there.
Well, I mean, okay, they have the 3-headed monsters, I guess. Michael Misa, Will Smith, and Macklin Celebrini already up front. 3 top picks.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, if you add to that, be pretty spectacular. But, yeah, Sam Dickinson there, and then another young one. Shakir Mahakmadulin, excuse me.
It's going to be interesting. It truly is, and good for them, man. That's going to be a team that's going to be facing off against the Oilers a lot, Joaquin, and bring it on, right? It's a young team. Can they take a further step and get into the playoffs next year? Now, with a 2nd overall pick, jump right into the NHL. We don't know, right, Joaquin? We'll wait and see on that. But it's going to be... it's definitely going to be an interesting offseason now with Toronto landing the number 1 pick, and that's all you're going to hear about. Coming up next, we're going to get to Noticias, of course, and Rob Williams from the Daily Hive in Vancouver at 1:40 in the 2nd hour. For Hernan's role, we're going to talk Oilers free agents. I'm going to give the list to Joaquin, and we're going to break it down. Who should the Oilers bring back, at what price, at what term, and have some fun with that. And at 2:20, we'll head to Montreal. Sean Farrell from the NHL.com covering the Habs will join us to tee up game 1 that goes today. Sabres, Montreal, and then later tonight it's the Ducks and the Vegas Golden Knights. Don't forget to hit us up on the River Cree inbox. The afternoon inbox is always presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their Tap 25 restaurant where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. And like always, we're brought to you by Play Alberta. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. Coming up next, we'll get to Noticias here. Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas, Zach Kubish. We're back shortly.
Canadian Sabres kick off their 2nd round series at 5 o'clock. Elsewhere, the Golden Knights play host to the Ducks for Game 2. Vegas took the opening contest by a score of 3-1 on Monday. Puck drop for that. goes at 7:30. Meanwhile, Nick Suzuki, Anthony Cirelli, Brock Nelson have all been named as finalists for the Selke Trophy, which is awarded to the league's best defensive forward. In other news, the PWHL is expanding to Detroit for the start of next season, expanding the league to 9 teams. And with the announcement, Detroit will host the upcoming draft and awards ceremony next month. Staying out east, the OHL has fined the Barrie Colts $15,000 following the team's antics with the media during a post-game press conference earlier this week. And on the court, the 76ers battle the Knicks. Joel Embiid is out for Philly with soreness in his right hip and a sprained right ankle. After that, the Spurs and T-Wolves square off. New York and Minnesota leading their respective series 1-0. To baseball, the Jays have been defeated and swept in their series against the Rays. 3-0 loss for them. Jays get back in action on Friday. And they go to battle the Angels. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or a monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. More with Hernan, Salas, Joaquin, Gage following the break here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Craig Button is our GS Construction Hockey Insider today.
Since 2024, after they lost in Game 7, it has been one downgrade after another. Sometimes you can make those moves on the margins that improve your team. But, I mean, why don't we just start with the elephant in the room, which is the goaltending? If you're not improving the goaltending, then what are you looking at doing? Like, everything else will be secondary.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The Blue Jays are back, and Canada is excited to cheer them on in their 50th season. Whether you're swinging for the fences at the ballpark or stepping up to the plate with those spring projects at home, Sentinel Storage can help you make room for all of it. From tools and bikes to boxes and seasonal gear, Sentinel Storage gives you the extra space you need all season long. Try 4 weeks free today. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details. Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's go Blue Jays!
Your home for great performances is
the River Cree Resort and Casino.
God, I wish I could meet somebody like you online. She's got me in the friend zone.
Don't miss Morgan Jay's musical comedy May 23rd. 9 p.m. show is sold out. Second 6 p.m. show added. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Playoffs don't care what day it is, and neither does the Canadian Brewhouse. Monday, we're packed. Wednesday, electric. Saturday, don't even ask. The Canadian Brewhouse is here for every game, every round, every minute of overtime, from puck drop to final buzzer. We are in this with you. Book your table, find your people, get loud. Don't miss out. Every game feels like a Saturday. This is our house, the Canadian Brewhouse.
Back here on EST Afternoons. Thank you for joining us, whether you're watching or listening. We appreciate you. If you're watching, slam that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And if you're listening on iHeart, TuneIn, or EdmontonSportsTalk.com, just slide on over. Give us a thumbs up. That'd be greatly appreciated. I think we're at 38 right now, so well on our way to 80 here. It's the second segment. It's Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas, Zach Kubish. First segment, we just spent on the Leafs getting the number 1 overall pick. What should the Sharks do at number 2? I don't agree with some people suggesting they should trade it, Joaquin. I think they're still a young team building, and if they can get another stud forward, you can never have too many forwards, but if they can get a stud defenseman to go along with that Dickinson fellow.
Under like entry-level deal for a while.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's get to your noticias, brought to you by, well, the segment is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. It's time to go back to the beginning. May 29th, Elks, Stampeders, Clark Stadium for Night at the Knot Hole. Our city, our year. Lock in your seats at goelks.com/tickets.
Este es su noticiero.
Joaquin, we were talking about it in the break. The Avalanche are a hell of a team. I thought Minnesota was going to bounce back yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Can I ask you something as a former goaltender?
Sure.
What do the Wild do now in the goaltending? Do they go back to Wallstead?
I think so.
It's crazy. No, Phillip wasn't bad yesterday.
No, but the first 2 shots went in.
Yeah. He settled down after that.
Yeah.
Avs
look good.
Kulak.
Oh,
that's why this trade keeps getting worse and worse for Stan
did you
Bowman.
he was unreal last night. Unreal. How long have I been talking about him,
King
buddy?
Kulak, man.
2 years?
Yeah.
Best player on the Oilers. Just this is going down as one of the worst. The only silver lining is the possibility you may be able to re-sign him next year.
That's the thing. And Spencer Stastny is not Kulak. I'm sorry. And nothing against Spencer Stastny. He was a good player for the Oilers.
I was, he gets around good, but he's not Kulak. Kulak's mean too, which I love.
You know what's crazy? When the Colorado media are like, man, this Kulak guy's good.
Pittsburgh media was that. We talk in Pittsburgh that time.
Yeah.
And they're like, this guy's unbelievable. Like he's playing with Carlson and he looks great. Like it's dumb, especially in playoffs. He's shown it every single time he goes into the playoffs. He goes from a 5-6 to a 3.5, 4.
You know what would be an all-time move by Stan Bowman? Re-sign Skinner and Kulak.
Bring her, yeah. Pick him up.
Pick him up. And we got Jari.
I mean, gosh. I found myself really wanting Colorado to win. And then you got McKinnon. Do you see that hit on Boldy? Like when your leaders are doing stuff like that, like Boldy is no small guy.
No.
And he railroaded him into the boards. And they are punishing, absolutely punishing
and
Quinn
he
Hughes.
hit Quinn Hughes, yeah. Like he just laid him out, man. And he has 3 straight games with 3 points.
Quinn Hughes he's playing a ton.
Yeah.
And they're wearing him down. That's what you got to do.
Avalanche, they're going to the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Barring any real weird thing happening to one of their stars. But I mean, Natchez is awesome. McKinnon, he's arguably the best player on the planet. Can't tell me he's not.
That's the thing, man. And right now, I'd say Kulak's their best defenseman. If you've watched the Avalanche play, the guy's unreal.
He's
man.
unreal.
Unreal. Joaquin, what else do we got? Hey, Ted Turner died.
I know. I saw that.
Of course, CNN.
Mm-hmm.
WCW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He started CNN, right?
Yeah.
First cable news station.
Mm-hmm.
Married to Jane Fonda.
Oh, really?
He was.
Oh, okay. 87. Joaquin. It's a good life.
It's a good run.
Yeah.
A little long for me, but.
You don't want to live till you're 80?
No.
Why not?
What are you going to be doing at 87?
Just sitting.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what's better than that? The PWHL announces expansion to Detroit. So the league continues to get bigger. Good on them. We're going to talk to our next guest about this, but Jim Rutherford to step down as Canucks president of hockey operations into an advisory role. Jays and Rays. Jays blew it yesterday late. They're up. They're leading. Patrick Corbin to the mound. I think that game's live right now, Coop, if I'm not mistaken.
It already wrapped up, so the Rays beat the Jays.
Oh, they swept them.
3-0, yeah.
Jeez.
Damn it. Sixers, Knicks today. Knicks up 1-0. Timberwolves take on my Spurs. They're up 1-0. Why do you laugh?
My Spurs, you've changed teams 3 times during.
What's it to you,
playoffs. No. I'm just a quick chuckle. I mean, the Spurs are good, man. Fun to watch.
Okay, quickly, Joaquin. I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but Tommy wants to retire in Arizona. I want to retire in Mexico. If you had a choice to retire, where would you go retire?
Where?
Yeah. Would you do like a hot place or
no?
No.
I'd like Kelowna.
That's what Dusty said.
Mm-hmm.
You and Dusty in Kelowna?
I guess so.
Couple old dogs.
Yeah. On the lake in the summers, big white in the winter. Perfect.
Okay. Coop?
It's got to be somewhere, I don't know.
Seattle.
Green. I like Seattle. I've only been there once, so I haven't traveled much, but I mean, I like that area. I'd probably stay north of the border, though, here in Canada. Probably somewhere out west, in the trees, in the green, you know?
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Just in the boonies. I'd be like Leonardo DiCaprio in One Battle After Another.
Yeah, Dusty said he's retiring wherever his kids are.
Really?
Aww.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, man.
I understand that.
Well, when Marshall Nielsen takes over Edmonton Sports Talk, he'll just be here.
Yeah. We'll all be old dogs. Remember when we had a show, Gager?
We'll be saying, remember when we said we were going to retire? And Marshall would say, get back to work.
Clean the toilets.
Oh, man. It'll be interesting, boys. It's going to be interesting once we get a lot older, eh?
We are older.
I know. But
well, I am.
Older. Well, I hope to work with you for many years, Joaquin.
Do you?
Yes. I think we have something good going on here.
We do?
We're really good friends.
Yeah, just waiting. Hey, hurry up, Netflix.
We're waiting.
We're waiting.
I'm giving Netflix 2 years. If not, I'm out.
Jeez.
Oh, like old.
Maybe we'll go to Paramount Plus.
Yeah. Anywhere. Take us anywhere. Hey, listen, I've always said this. I'll always come back to Edmonton, though, because it's my home. Like, I'll spend my summers here.
If I ever leave Edmonton, I'm Kaiser Sose. I'm gone.
You're gone for good. Yeah. Well, you're a West Coast kid, man.
It's very tough when I go back out there and have a look at where I was. It's crazy.
Would you retire in Victoria?
Victoria?
Yeah.
Maybe. I like Victoria. My mom's in Victoria now. She moved off of Salt Springs, so she's going to retire there.
Did you ever go back to Kitsilano?
I'd love to go back.
Yeah.
It's different, though, now, because I remember no one there as a kid riding my skateboard and, running around.
Yeah.
Vancouver's a different place now. Kits is a different place. Not the Kits from my childhood, which Friday nights.
What's it by? Kitsilano.
UBC? Kits, have you ever been to Vancouver?
Is it like the North Shore?
I've been to Vancouver,
sort of, no.
like mostly down.
North is Denman?
Mostly downtown Vancouver.
Yeah, so that's on the, by Stanley Park and stuff?
Yeah.
West, right?
I'm on the other side. Right?
Oh, okay.
So,
like, how long's the drive?
To Stanley Park?
No, to Kitsilano.
From here?
No, from like central.
Oh, a couple minutes. Well, it used to be.
Okay. I thought you were more like on the outskirts.
No.
Oh,
I'm right.
okay.
I grew up 2 blocks from the beach, man.
Yeah. I'm going to be there in like a week.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll let my people know.
I'll be perusing the mean streets of Kitsilano.
There's this guy, Coop, coming.
Look
out.
Yeah. How's quick side note, how's the PNE Forum?
The PNE Forum?
Yeah.
It's great. Well, I mean, that's where the Canucks used to play, right?
Yeah, okay. Because I'm going out there for a concert.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a game there as a kid.
Nice.
What concert?
Baby Keem.
No idea.
Exactly. He's Kendrick Lamar's cousin.
I did is it called the Suspension Bridge or?
Capilano.
Yeah.
That's North Vancouver.
Yeah. That's really nice.
North Vancouver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So my grandparents lived in North Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was super nice. So you wouldn't have believed their backyard.
Yeah,
it was a rainforest, man. It's cool. Right? Basically the base of Grouse Mountain.
and the history of it and everything. We had a really good time there. It was really fun.
It's one of the most beautiful cities on the planet, man.
Yeah, yeah. Vancouver is beautiful. Portions of this hour brought to you by Lamleys, built for the job, made with quality craftsmanship and designed for job protection with cowboy-worthy durability. Lamleys workwear combines safety with all-day comfort, featuring brands like Ariat Work and Wrangler Rigs. Every job site designed to withstand tough conditions, deliver performance across every job site. Visit lamleys.com/work to see how Lamleys can make your workday better.
LAMMLES.
Rob Williams from the Daily Hive in Vancouver joins us next here on EST Afternoons. Don't go anywhere. Smash that thumbs up for us. Here is Sports Update with Coop.
Canadian Sabres kick off their second round series, 5 o'clock puck drop. Elsewhere, the Golden Knights play host to the Ducks for Game 2. Vegas taking the opening contest by a score of 3-1 on Monday. Meanwhile, Nick Suzuki, Anthony Cirelli, Brock Nelson have been named as finalists for the Selke Trophy, which is awarded to the NHL's best defensive forward. In other news, the PWHL is expanding to Detroit for the start of next season, expanding the league to 9 total teams. With the announcement, Detroit will host the upcoming draft and award ceremony in June. Staying out east, the OHL has fined the Barrie Colts $15,000 following the team's antics with the media during a post-game press conference earlier this week. And on the court, the 76ers battle the Knicks. Joel Embiid is out for Philly with soreness in his right hip and a sprained right ankle. After that, the Spurs T-Wolves, they square off New York and Minnesota, leading their respective series 1-0. Over to baseball, 2 games live, bottom 8th inning. Brewers up 5-1 on the Cardinals. Elsewhere, top of the 5th, Dodgers with a 7-1 lead on the Astros. We talk some Canucks up next here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
Hangout. So I ran into Brett at the end of season press conference last year, and we chatted, and he almost looked like he was ready to cry. He's like, "We're gonna win, Tom." And I'm like, I think so. You guys have been so close. Like, you will. I hope he wins this year. The sincerity in which he said, "We're gonna win, Tom," and I'm like, gosh darn it, I hope you do.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
We're back here on EST Afternoons, the day after the dust has settled, and those damn Leafs will pick first overall at this year's upcoming draft. It's Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, and Salas here. We're just talking a lot about Vancouver, going through the map, finding out North Vancouver, Kitsilano. It's a beautiful city.
You remember what's the first address you remember growing up in?
I think so, yeah.
I'm just looking mine up.
All right. All our guests are brought to you by Old Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's a game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. And with that, we bring in from the Daily High Vancouver, Rob Williams, a friend of the show. Rob, how are you doing today?
Doing great, fellas. How are you?
Good. We're just talking about your great city there, Rob. Absolutely beautiful. Joaquin's from Kitsilano there. So which part of Vancouver do you reside in?
East Van is where I'm from. So
okay.
East Vancouver, yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful city.
Well, thanks
Beautiful
for talking to you,
Great
Rob.
weather this week. We can't just talk about the weather. That was the nicest thing to happen to our city this week.
Well, let's start there, Rob. I mean, such a tough season for the Vancouver Canucks. They had the best odds going into yesterday. They fall to number 3. I mean, and listen, here in Edmonton, we got, the Oilers got pretty lucky with 4 first rounders and some tough times, but just seems like the Vancouver Canucks, it just keeps piling on. Just what's the response on what happened yesterday at the draft lottery?
You know what? They entered the lottery with the best odds of winning the first overall pick. 25% chance, 1 in 4 chance to land the first overall pick. About a 45% chance at landing either first or second. But everyone knew the most likely scenario was that they would end up with, 55% chance that they were going to land in third. And that's exactly what happened. It's funny because I remember draft lotteries gone by. I remember the Austin Matthews draft lottery. The Canucks were one of the top candidates to win that one. They didn't. They had, in fact, 4 straight years of falling in the draft lottery. So you just think about the good fortune Edmonton had at being bad when they were at a time where, if you were bad, your chances of landing the first overall pick were quite high. Well, Canucks were just after that, right? So just as the NHL really loosened things up, 4 straight years, the Canucks fell in the draft. They fell by 3 spots one year from 2 to 5. I remember that year. They fell from 3 to 5 another year. So fans out here are conditioned to expect bad things to happen to them at the draft lottery. And so I think even if the odds were 60% that they were going to land the first pick, people would be like, yeah, but they're not going to.
Where do you think they go with this pick with this team? What's the most pressing need? I mean, you could say there's a lot of needs with the Vancouver Canucks right now, and probably a lot of things will happen over the next few months. But where do you think their focus is on?
Yeah, it's funny when you follow just kind of the draft boards and what the prospects experts are saying about players in this range. I think the season started off and it was Gavin MacKenna with a bullet, right? And then kind of just after Christmas and into January and February, the debate started with, is it going to be Stenberg? I mean, now I'm wondering, beyond that, it seems like it's anybody's guess as to who has who on their draft board.
Yeah.
So if it is indeed something where it's these players are neck and neck and it really depends on the team, then it might be hard to guess. If we're going on position, if we're going off of kind of what the Canucks are said to be interested in, it would be Caleb Malhotra, assuming that it goes McKenna, then Stenberg. Then I think it's likely Caleb Malhotra. The Canucks need a center. Malhotra is a center. But he's a really interesting prospect, right? He's the son of Manny Malhotra, of course, who's the current AHL coach of the Canucks and a beloved former player when he played for Vancouver as well. So he's got good genes, but he was a player that really skyrocketed up the rankings. I think at the beginning of the year, he wasn't seriously thought of it as being a number 3 pick, but it seems like it could very well be him in that spot now.
Rob Williams from the Daily Hive in Vancouver joining us here on EST Afternoons, chatting all things Canucks. Rob, seeing Quinn Hughes in these playoffs, I'm sure Canucks fans absolutely hate watching him, how good he's been. I mean, but on the return that the Canucks got, Zeev Beum is the young guy there. He's a hell of a, up-and-coming defenseman. But what did you make of his kind of first go-around with the Vancouver Canucks?
Yeah, obviously put into a really tough position for for any player, young player or old player playing on the Canucks. That it was I think there were some growing pains, especially early on. I think we saw some flashes of brilliance from him as well. He's the talent is obvious. He had 12 points, 45 games, was a minus 24. But like I say, it's really hard to evaluate a player when you're on the worst team in the league and you're playing top 4 minutes with that group. So hard to say there. I think you see the talent. I think we'd like to see a lot more. He's still so young. I think also for the other guys in the trade, Marco Rossi came in. He's the most established of the 3 NHL players that they got. Really didn't impress early on. Then we found out he was dealing with a bit of a nagging injury, and he actually really started to find his form down the stretch, and actually formed some pretty nice chemistry with Brock Besser. So there was some nice signs there with Marco Rossi. I think people feel pretty comfortable with the player that he is. And then the third player is Liam Ogren, another former first-round pick. I really liked Ogren. He's got a lot of speed and speed to his game, and I think that you can see the potential there. The skill that he has and the compete level that he has on the ice.
Rob, I'm a huge fan of when he's able to play Thatcher Demko. I think he's one of the best goalies in the league when he's on. He's a huge difference maker, but this guy just can't seem to get healthy. Are the Canucks just waiting and seeing what transpires in training camp and go from there, or is there something that they have to do to make sure that he's able to play starting next season?
Yeah, Jim Rutherford effectively admitted that part of the thinking going into last season was that they were wanting to lock up a bunch of Quinn Hughes' buddies to longer term contracts, and Connor Garland was one, and Brock Besser another, and Thatcher Demko was another one as well. It looks like probably not a wise decision now to have gone that way. You're right though. Like when he's healthy, and there were times where he was healthy and playing well last season. Didn't last long, but it did happen early on. He's an amazing goalie. But that's the rub. Like he can't stay healthy. At the year-end presser, he was saying all the right things about that. He thinks that the injury might be behind him. But I mean, they said a lot of that the year before. So who knows what to believe here. It's really unfortunate. He just ever since getting injured in that first game against the Oilers the Nashville Predators, the same year that they played the Oilers in the playoffs, he just hasn't been, he has not been able to stay healthy ever since then for a reliable or consistent amount of time.
We've always said that, Shilov's played great, I thought, but if Demko is playing in that series, Vancouver probably goes to the Western Conference Final that year.
Yeah, I mean, if everything else shakes out as it does, and you get top-level goaltending from Demko, and it's entirely possible. I mean, yeah, Demko was runner-up to the Vezina that year, and like, yeah, he was sensational. So maybe the Oilers should try trading for him.
It's probably in the works.
That's actually probably on their radar right now. Rob Rutherford stepped down as Canucks president of hockey operations. He will stay on in an advisory role. GM search is ongoing. We keep hearing Pierre Dorion, and if you're just on the social media, it's I guess the response is not positive if this does go down. But what's the latest on the GM search there?
It was panic in the streets of Vancouver when Pierre Dorion's name was not only that they had interviewed him, but they brought him in for an in-person interview. So because they've interviewed a long list of candidates, and to be honest, I don't think it would be a bad idea to interview Dorion. Like they went through a long, painful rebuild in Ottawa. He might have an interesting perspective. But I don't think anyone thinks that like this is the guy that should be that they ultimately should be hiring. So if they're bringing him in, that means they're serious about him. Supposedly they're down to the final 5 candidates right now. Bruins AGM Evan Golds, Ryan Bonus is an AGM in with the Islanders. Those are 2 other names that we've heard are in the mix and that had received in-person interviews. Ryan Johnson, who's an in-house candidate, an AGM with the Canucks. That's another guy. Really well respected by everyone that I've ever heard come in contact with him. But it really remains to be seen. Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to go with are they really going to go with a rookie GM? But then, like, are they really going to go with Pierre Dorion? The Dorion track record it's not great, right? Like he took over a fairly young and talented Ottawa team, and they quickly went into the tank and had to rebuild. And another part of the job I think that matters a lot, and especially in Vancouver, even more so than Ottawa, is dealing with the media. And Dorion did not excel in that area whatsoever. So I do think that stuff matters, because this market can be a lot, right? And it's not just the media, it's social media as well. So you've really got to manage the message as well as a GM coming into this team.
Rob, great stuff as always. We'll keep tabs on when the Vancouver announces their GM, and really looking forward to the draft. Draft's always fun, and a lot of Canadian teams picking early in that first round. So it should be fun. Rob, thank you for taking the time. I'm sure we'll chat again.
Good stuff. Anytime, guys. Thanks.
All right. Rob Williams from the Daily Hive in Vancouver. And I was just kind of browsing about Pierre Dorion's name in Twitter, and it's not going to go over well in Toronto in Vancouver if that's the sign. And I'm always I'm more open to a rookie GM, Joaquin. That's kind of put in their time and his assistant,
one that's gone through the ranks.
Yes, because what do we always talk about in the NHL with coaches and GMs? They always go back to the same well, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's always kind of just, this guy and this guy and this guy. Like, it's, I don't know. Sometimes it's good to give a new guy
I think there's so much to learn as a GM too. Like you see a lot of, look at 2 of the top GMs in the league right now, both former Edmonton Oilers, and Mike Greer and Bill Guerin. Mm-hmm. They both started afterwards in some sort of player person. You could say even Sean Horkoff is talked about as being one of the could be the next GM of the Detroit Red Wings, right? But they've started on scouting, then player personnel, then moved, like they've learned all the different aspects of what it takes to be a GM before. And I'm not saying you can't just be thrown into the position without any experience in the hockey world. I'm not saying that, but you can't tell me that it doesn't help when you've actually evaluated talent and looked on all the different sides of things, and plus you have that experience of actually being a player in it. I just, that communication level is important too. Like understanding what, we're lucky around here because this is as close as you can get to probably being in a dressing room every day.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of offside jokes and we're all laughing and ribbing each other. Like this doesn't fly in most areas in the workforce.
No.
We would all be fired or reported to HR pretty damn quick. So,
Yes, we
but
would.
just an understanding of how that works, right? So, yeah, man, it's I think maybe that's where you look for your GM. I'm with you. Find one of those guys that has worked his way through to get to the top, and A, you're getting a guy with a good knowledge of how things work, and B, someone really hungry to succeed.
100%. And who better than with a young team, a team that's in the rebuild? They're going to have a top 3 pick and can bring in new ideas, but you're going to go back to the old school guys that didn't have success, and then you're already starting off on the bad foot because the fan base is absolutely going to hate it. So interesting times there in Vancouver as well. That does it for Hour 1 here on EST Afternoons. In Hour 2, we're going to talk Oilers free agents. We're going to talk to Sean Farrell from NHL.com as he'll join us to tee up Game 1 between the Habs and the Sabres. Screw it, let's do a parlay. And this day and all that fun stuff. Like always, the afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their happy hour. It's $5.25 drinks. It's available Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Hour 2 of EST Afternoons on the other side of the break.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Oh my gosh, Toronto. It's the Maple Leafs. It's the Maple Leafs. Yes, this is perfect. This is what I wanted. I secretly wanted this to happen so badly. How you feeling, everybody? The Toronto Maple Leafs have won the NHL Draft Lottery and will likely draft Gavin MacKenna, just like TSN predicted at the trade deadline.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Your home for great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
God, I wish I could meet somebody like you online. She's got me in the friend zone.
Don't miss Morgan Jay's musical comedy May 23rd. 9 p.m. show is sold out. Second 6 p.m. show added. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. Had a good day? It's time for happy hour. Bad day? Oof, happy hour. Boss said great job? Happy hour. Boss said let's circle back? Ugh, definitely happy hour. Got a promotion? Happy hour. Spilled coffee on your shirt 5 minutes after getting dressed? Ugh, happy hour. So whether you're celebrating or recovering, our happy hour starts at just $3.99. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
Matthias Ekholm and Josh Szymanski of the Oilers are off to the World Hockey Championship, which kicks off next Friday. Ekholm joins his native Sweden, with Szymanski representing Germany. At ice level, the Canadian Sabres open their second-round series at 5 o'clock. Elsewhere, the Golden Knights play host to the Ducks for Game 2. Ducks looking to tie the series at 1 aside. Meanwhile, Nick Suzuki, Anthony Cirelli, and Brock Nelson have been named as finalists for the Selke Trophy, which is awarded to the NHL's best defensive forward. In other news, the PWHL is expanding to Detroit for the start of next season, expanding the league to 9 total teams. With the announcement, Detroit will host the upcoming draft and award ceremony next month. On the court, the 76ers battle the Knicks. Phillies' Joel Embiid has been ruled out with hip soreness and a sprained ankle. Later on, the Spurs and T-Wolves dance New York and Minnesota, leading 1-0 in their respective series. Over to baseball, there's 3 games live right now. Bottom 9th, a 6-2 lead for the Brewers against the Cardinals. Top of the 6th, The Dodgers up 10-1 on the Astros. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of EST Afternoon starts right now.
This is Shaq, and you're listening to Edmonton Sports Talk.
We're back here, hour 2 EST afternoons on this Wednesday. How you doing out there? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Hit that thumbs up if you're watching us on our YouTube channel. Subscribe as we're making a push to 15K. It's Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas, Zach Kubish with you here on Edmonton Sports Talk, of course, presented by Play Alberta. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. Of course, we have the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay coming up later. Sean Farrell from NHL.com covering the Canadians. But right now, Joaquin, we have to get to good old Hernan's World.
All right.
For the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club, visit EGMGolf.com for more details of golf season. It's kicked off, eh? Got the golf show back on Sundays.
Come on, already 2 episodes of the VIP Golf Show with Murray McCourt. That runs each Sunday live here on these very airwaves, 8 to 10. You could also get it on podcast, on YouTube. It's always a stacked program each week.
Let's go. For Hernan's World, Joaquin, we're going to look at the Oilers free agent list. Okay, buddy? Are you cool with that? I'm going to give you a name because the Oilers are what? How much money are they going to have? Well, now with the increase on the salary, I still think the Oilers have to be incredibly smart here. They can't bring back all the guys. I have 7 guys listed, Joaquin. Okay. I have, didn't I list them? Thought I did. Well, I'll just read them off. Henrique Dickinson, Roslovic, Kasperi Kapanen, Max Jones, Curtis Lazar, Connor Murphy, and Connor Ingram. Let's start with the forward group. You can just say no and we can move on. Adam Henrique, Joaquin, would you bring him back?
I'm sorry, but we're moving on.
Okay. I agree with you 100%. That's $3 million coming off the books. He finished injured. Listen, when he signed the 2-year extension after they got him at the deadline, I don't think he ever... I know people were saying the penalty kill sucked because he wasn't on it, but the penalty kill wasn't good all year. So I think it's time to move on from Rico. He's 36 years old. All right, Joaquin. Jack Roslovic.
Thank you, Jack. All the best in the future.
Jack Roslovic's coming off making $1.5 million, 29 years old. This year, he put up with the Edmonton Oilers in 69 games, 36 points, which is decent.
Well, he did exactly what he probably set out to do. Yeah. I think he will get a contract somewhere because for a guy like him to, 19 goals he's finished with, I believe?
21.
Was it 21?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. No power play time and doing that? Come on.
In the playoffs, 6 games, 1 point. Is that where you kind of move on? Is that why you're moving on, Joaquin?
No, I don't. I didn't mind his play in the play. The worry about Roslovic for me was the compete level in the playoffs. And you could go down the list, and there wasn't that much compete by a lot of Oilers.
Yeah.
But I didn't see him shying away from it. Like he was to get in on the puck. He was first in there. There was some tenacity in his game. I mean, he was inches away from scoring, hit the bar, right? So, he surpassed everything that I thought about. What were the reasons he couldn't get into the playoffs with the Carolina Hurricanes? I just think looking at this is looking at the landscape of the Pacific Division. You have to get bigger, stronger, and with some skill. And I know that's everyone would like that, but the Oilers aren't a big enough team.
I agree with you. I don't think he did anything wrong. I truly don't. Scored 21 goals, like you said, with no special teams time. Spent a lot of the year on that third line centering it. That wasn't working in the playoffs. Yeah, he didn't produce, but I don't think he got pushed out of the series like reports suggested he did with the Carolina Hurricanes last year. So I just think this spot for Jack Roslovic, they're going to give to one of the young guys, Quinn Hudson or Ike Howard. It's going to be less money, obviously. So I think I agree with you. I think you have to move on. Next up, a guy that the Oilers claimed off waivers a couple of years ago, $1.3 million coming off the books. Kasperi Kapanen at 29 years old. In, 98 games for the Oilers over the last two seasons. He had 30 points in the regular season. Now, in the playoffs, he showed up. In 18 playoff games, he has 12 points, Joaquin. He kills penalties. He does have a little bit of chemistry with Pod Coles and Leon Draisaitl. But what scares me about Kasperi Kapanen, Joaquin, is I feel like they're going to overpay for him.
Yes.
That's my fear.
But what is his number?
Kasperi Kapanen at 29 is probably thinking this is my last contract.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to want 4 to 6 years. Let's be honest. And I think he's looking anywhere from $3 to $5 million.
That's the floor.
Yeah.
I think that he would want.
Yeah.
Right? Can they afford that? Yeah. Yes.
I think if you do that and it's for that money, you're not keeping Dickinson.
See, he's a winger too, right? Can you find a Kapanen somewhere else?
That's the thing. I think you can find a Kapanen who can score 30 regular season points in 98 games.
Let me ask, who do you think, or do you hope, I guess the Oilers would prefer that Ike Howard replaces Jack Roslovic?
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we got that taken care of.
Sure.
Is there anyone else that replaces Kasperi Kapanen that's already in the system with some of their young guys?
Can Szymanski, who's going to the Worlds now?
Szymanski's a center too, though,
yeah,
right?
But they throw him.
They throw him on the wing.
I just think you can find. This is my point. I just don't want him to overpay for Kapanen when you can find that guy somewhere else. And maybe he might not have chemistry with Leon, but come on, like Leon, Kapanen's not going to be a mainstay on Leon's line. And the penalty kill wasn't very good, and he was a part of that. He's going to get no special teams time. And people are saying, well, Kapanen should sign for a year, but Kapanen's not looking.
He's
for
not
that.
going to. Yeah, you're like, yeah, you'd love that.
Yeah,
if you could bring him back at the same number, sure, but I don't think that's happening.
So I don't know why, Joaquin, but I think I would move on from Kapanen. I think a lot of people are depending on the number where they stand with Kapanen. Is that where you're kind of?
I'm moving on from Kapanen too, I think.
Yeah. There's no way I'm giving Kapanen a long-term deal. I'm sorry. The regular season, the numbers are not great. Yes, he showed up in the playoffs, but I don't know if it's enough for me to keep Kapanen around. Okay, Joaquin, I think this one we're both going to agree on. Jason Dickinson's 2.125 coming off the books. He's going to get a bump in that. He is 30 years old. I think this is one of the big ones that the Oilers would like to keep. But again, what does the number look like for Jason Dickinson?
I think it starts with at least a 4.
Yeah,
I
was going to say 5, but yeah,
4.5, 5, and length.
Yeah,
4 or 5. Right? He's 30 now.
He's a good player.
He is a good player.
A lot better than I thought when they acquired him. And I think he could help this team solidify that third line. His injury was unfortunate. It's not like that he's injury prone. But again,
out of the last two guys you've mentioned, I think he's the most important so far.
I agree with you. And I don't think you can have Kapanen and Dickinson. It's going to cost you too much money.
No.
So I would go with Dickinson over Kapanen.
Yep. So we've signed Dickinson.
So we're signing Dickinson. It's the first one.
What's the number? 4.5? Yeah, I hope.
5 at the most. And hopefully it's just like a 3-4 year deal. Okay, this one's a little bit, I think we'll agree. Max Jones coming off $1 million.
Yeah, that's done.
Okay. Curtis Lazar coming off $1 million.
I think you might be able to sign Lazar for another $1 million.
I like Curtis Lazar. He gets his role, never complains, always has a damn smile on his face, and when he plays never
hard.
hurts you. Yeah.
I think we can get he was league minimum. I think you can throw $1 million at Lazar and keep him. I think that's important.
Penner's Pancake says Kapanen at 2 years, 2.5.
No, he's not signing that.
He's not signing that. Kapanen's looking to hit his last home run of his career.
He's looking to 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And this is it.
Yeah, I know. So we said no to Jones. We said yes to Lazar. So far we're keeping Dickinson and Lazar. Mm-hmm. If Gager and I were GMs, we'd be very cheap. Okay, I think that does it for the forwards. There's a couple of RFAs.
There's Doc, right?
Sure, if it's cheap.
He'll probably get an offer sheet.
Connor Murphy, coming off $2.2 million, 33 years old, really solidified that second pairing, settled down Darnell Nurse somewhat. I like the player. I'm worried about, again, what he will get in terms of term. And I'm worried about being 33 years old, Joaquin. Where do you stand on Connor Murphy?
Yeah, he's good, right? I liked his play. How old is he? 33?
33.
And what's he going to want, though?
That's what I mean.
He's looking at what you're paying all the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with a 4.
Because some would say right now he's better than Nurse defending. He's better than Wallman. Those guys, I know we're comparing.
Do you just circle around to Stanley Cup champion Brett Kulak? Who would you rather have, Kulak or Murphy?
Oh man, that's both are excellent defensemen, I think, for that second pair. But Kulak here was mostly a third pairing guy, right? Which is interesting.
Well, the left shot messes things up. I mean, if you could, the ideal pair would be Murphy right, Kulak left.
Oh,
tell me about that.
Don't tease me, Gager.
That's number 1 territory right there.
Okay, so are we signing Murphy then?
I think you have to.
Okay. And the last one, Connor Ingram.
I don't think you can afford him.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
I think he'll come July 1st, he's going to have a few other offers from other teams to stabilize their goaltending.
So if I were to tell you the Oilers are going to sign Dickinson, Murphy, Ingram, and Kapanen, you'd probably call me crazy because they can't afford it.
If they can, but does that make your team better?
That's what I mean. Like I don't think it does.
No,
you're running it back unless you're moving some money from no movement guys. You can make that work, but again, I prefer if you had to pick between Dickinson and Kapanen, I'm taking Dickinson all day long. I'm even willing to pay a little bit more, but you can't pay Kapanen for what he's going to want, which I think is probably double, triple what he made last year. Because he's going to be like, look at my numbers in the playoffs. Look at my chemistry with Leon. He's got a good argument. That's why I think I'd rather take Dickinson. If it came down to me, Joaquin, between Ingram and Murphy, I think I got to go Murphy.
Nurse, Jari for Thatcher Demko.
Imagine getting $5 million and $9 million off the books. Holy Joaquin. No, Stan Bowman did say on Saturday, though, don't expect a lot of moves. So, I mean, people are saying Radish out of Tampa Bay. That guy's going to ask for a huge payday after that year. It's unless you're moving Nurse and or a Nuge or a Hyman, and it's because that's where you need the money, guys. And right now, all these free agents, I think the Oilers can maybe get 2 of them.
It's tough because you look at some of the teams that have success in the playoffs, and if you look at them all, is there the possibilities of getting any of the? But everyone's all taken care of.
Yeah,
I mean, there's, but you're not getting any of those. Well, maybe you are. There's 3 big D-men in Anaheim that are unrestricted at the end of the year. Right?
Yeah.
You have Gudis, you have Trouba, and you have Carlson.
Yeah. How about we do this? Nasties, let us know. River Cree inbox 780-218-9999. Of course, it's always presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their Tap 25 restaurant. The prime rib special is just $21.99. Available 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Not available on show nights. Of the 7 guys we've listed, Adam Enrique, Jason Dickinson, Jack Rozovic, Kasperi Kapanen, Max Jones, Curtis Lazar, Connor Murphy, and Connor Ingram. Send us the 2 you would want to keep. The 2 guys you would want to keep. If you can only keep 2 of the 7, who would that be? I think we landed on Dickinson, Lazar, and Murphy, but I think we're going to go Dickinson, Murphy.
Yeah.
Okay. Let us know. River Korean Box 780-218-9999 and on the Nasty Chat. We're back to talk Montreal Canadiens with Sean Farrell from NHL.com next here on EST Afternoons.
Matthias Ekholm and Josh Szymanski of the Oilers are off to the World Hockey Championship that kicks off next Friday out in Switzerland. Ekholm joins his native Sweden with Szymanski representing Germany. At ice level, the Canadiens Sabres open their second round series at 5 o'clock. Elsewhere, the Golden Knights play host to the Ducks for Game 2. Ducks looking to tie the series at 1-1. Meanwhile, Nick Suzuki, Anthony Cirelli, and Brock Nelson have been named as finalists for the Selke Trophy, which is awarded to the NHL's best defensive forward. In other news, the PWHL is expanding to Detroit for the start of next season, expanding the league to 9 total teams. And with the announcement, Detroit will host the upcoming draft and awards ceremony next month. On the court, the 76ers battle the Knicks. Phillies' Joel Embiid has been ruled out for the game with hip soreness and a sprained ankle. Later on, the Spurs T-Wolves, they square off New York and Minnesota, leading 1-0 in their respective series. Over to the majors, 4 games live right now, midway through the 7th. The Dodgers up by 10 on the Astros. All other games are runless, with the Padres battling the Giants there in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We talk all things Habs and Sabres next here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Worksite ready, Western tough. Lamley's Workwear is calling all tradespeople, oil and gas crews, construction workers, farmers, and hard-working Canadians. Built for the job with quality craftsmanship, job site protection, and cowboy-worthy durability. Trusted brands like Airy at Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed for performance and all-day comfort on the toughest sites. No matter the season, Lamley's has the workwear you need. Shop the full range now at lamleys.com/work.
LAMMLES.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Goodwill is
One shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one. The power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Your home for great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
God, I wish I could meet somebody like you online. She's got me in the friend zone.
Don't miss Morgan Jay's musical comedy May 23rd. 9 p.m. show is sold out. Second 6 p.m. show added. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Here on EST Afternoons, it's Hernan, it's Joaquin, it's Zach Kubish with you. We're just ahead of Sean Farrell from NHL.com. Join us to tee up the Habs Game 1 against the good old Buffalo Sabres. And that game's going to be awesome, Joaquin. Awesome. I cannot wait. So far, Penner's Pancake says Murphy and Ingram, if I had to pick two, as a goalie market is non-existent this year. Shaggy in St. Albert says, you're really going to go with Jar as the only NHL goalie, and I use that term loosely. Might as well plan your McDavid exit. He also says, keep Dickinson, Murphy, and Ingram. It's 2, Shaggy, not 3. I like this one. This one says, should we look at bringing back Klimberg? I think he's a UFA.
He is a UFA.
Well, the Oilers got their 6 guys, right? And Stasny's an RFA as well. So I don't think they're going to be, unless they can't get Murphy, then maybe. And Klimberg was good for the Oilers.
He's great.
No disrespect. Brad says Dickinson and Murphy trade Nurse, Nuge, and Wallman. That's wishful thinking. They all have a no movement by my man. So that's, listen, I am not disagreeing with you, but that's going to be almost impossible to do. All right, let's get to our second guest of the day. Of course, joining us on the Old Country Towing Hotline, Sean Farrell from NHL.com, covering the Montreal Canadiens. Sean, thank you for taking the time today. I know it's a game day, and this Montreal Canadiens team, I think everybody in Canada is kind of jumping on the bandwagon. They're so much fun to watch. You got to love Marty St. Louis. Post-game little shtick there in the dressing room. And it's just a great series coming off with the Tampa Bay Lightning. But what are the vibes like there in Montreal? Like the best place to watch a game, Joaquin can allude to that. And their pregame, the way they come out there to Coldplay, it's just fantastic. But going into the second round, Sean, what are the vibes like there?
It's just crazy here, and certainly getting that vibe from the rest of Canada that people are hopping on board. Obviously, there are always going to be some people who just, there's no way they're hopping on board with the Canadians and the rest of the country. But, you feel it, and it's been a long time since the Canadian team won a cup, right?
Yeah.
That was my second season covering the Canadians in '93.
Wow. Sean, I want to go to the goaltending matchups. Dobish just looking like a young Steve Penny from my earlier childhood watching the Canadiens. Yeah. What can you say about his play and just his interviews after are becoming legendary?
Yeah. Yeah, the Canadians actually shut him down for a point late in the season. Emotions are front and center with Jakob, and I think maybe there's been some tweaking in terms of him handling that. But yeah, an entertaining interview, absolutely. And I think what has really put him in the number one spot was that he went out and grabbed the job. It was clear at one point in the season that there were 3 guys in play. And by that point, I think they were looking for an alternative to Sam Montembeault. And from the Olympic break on, basically, Dobis just grabbed it and played himself into position. And that's not taking anything away from Jacob Fowler, who's really impressed in his first taste. He's always been kind of viewed as the goalie of the future. But, Jakob Dobis is the goalie of right now, and it's certainly working out great for the Canadians.
Sean Farrell from NHL.com joining us here on EST Afternoons. Habs, Sabres, an old Adams Division matchup going tonight at 5 here Mountain Time.
Great history.
Oh, it's that's what I wanted to get to. This is just going to be awesome.
French connection, man.
Yeah.
Joaquin, you talked about Steve Penny, and of course, that was in '84 that Canadians had a rookie goalie who burst on the scene and Took them on a playoff run. They went to the conference final that year, won the first 2 games, and then the Islanders took them out. But he was lights out. And he's probably like the case that hasn't worked out when you look at other rookie goalies who've been in that position for the Canadiens, Patrick Roy and Ken Dryden.
Yeah,
it's fascinating.
And Sean, let's talk about Cole Caulfield. Just a fantastic player, fantastic regular season. 4 points in that opening round. We've watched all the games that Montreal played against Tampa Bay Lightning. Caulfield was around it, but the production's not there. Is there just something off with Cole Caulfield right now?
No, I don't think so, and I don't think anybody's terribly alarmed. That line had to go up against the best checking that the Lightning had, and look at this Selke nominations. You got Nick Suzuki and you got Cirelli. I mean, it's that speaks for itself. What went on in that series, and it was incredibly close.
Yeah,
I mean, you talk about puck luck, right? You get 9 shots on goal and you win on a bank shot off the goalie. It was that fine. It could have gone either way. And credit to the Canadians, a young team. They stepped up. I think Caden Gooley, the defenseman that you guys are certainly familiar with, his leadership is coming out. And they're not lacking for leaders, but the way he talks in the in-game interviews and that, he's just loving it. And they're a tight bunch, and they are really excited about having this opportunity in front of them.
But
what a tough draw in the Sabres. It doesn't get any easier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you look to any line matching tonight, Sean? Like where do you see the Thompson line? Is it going to just be going up against the Suzuki line, or does Marty St. Louis?
That's going to depend on how Lindy Ruff is going to play it, and I guess St. Louis is going to read and see what they're up against and how we might be able to free up, the Suzuki and Caulfield line so that they're not playing the same. But I don't think it's going to be the same. I don't think they're going to be facing the same kind of checking that they did. Not that it's going to be easier. It's just going to be different. And the lines right now, you got Joe Veleno, who's going to be coming in tonight, and that's going to be his first taste of the playoffs. And he's, pretty much the guy who carved out a spot on the 4th line, played, 50, 60 games, something like that. He really changed his role from a guy who was always like a scorer growing up to he was second on the team in hits among forwards, 166 in, 3/4 of the games. That says a lot about what he brings. And he's taken Brendan Gallagher out of the lineup to get in. Like that really, to me, speaks volumes about the depth of the Canadians right now.
Yes.
And Struble will be out of the lineup tonight, and it's going to be Gooley with Arbor Jacki, and you can have Dobson with Hudson. Hudson's just something else to watch.
Yeah, and you know what, Sean? We'll get to Hudson, but there's always a low-key trade during the regular season that always pays dividends. And I look at Philip Deneau, and I remember when that trade broke here. Joaquin and I were like, what are the Kings doing? Because we've seen Deneau play against the Oilers the last 2-3 years. What has he meant for this team? Because he's such a good player, two-way guy, a veteran guy.
I think his experience is invaluable. He's one of 6 forwards that remain with the Canadians who played in the 2021 Stanley Cup final against the Lightning, which is, to me, pretty incredible for a complete rebuild. You got Anderson, you got Jake Evans, Caulfield, Suzuki, Gallagher, and did I say Josh Anderson? I know I'm missing somebody in there, but they've got depth, and he's got 4 balanced lines now. He's got Texier, who's going to be playing with Bolduc and Dak on the 4th line. So, you can see there's some elements there's some guys who can score on that, and that's their secondary scoring, as always, is going to be huge in the playoffs.
Sean, we've been privileged to watch 2 of the best over in the Minnesota series against the Avalanche.
Oh, wow.
On D, but is this going to be similar with Dahlin going up against Hudson? Is this 2 guys trying to one-up each other?
Yeah, that's a really good way to frame it because, I mean, Darlene's the captain of that team. It's not like they're lacking leadership either, but that speaks volumes about his significance to that team. And Lane Hudson, boy, you watch him, he's everywhere on the ice. And when he doesn't have the puck, he's trying to get it back. It's fascinating. He's one of those guys, when you watch him live, just watch him. You know, I was fortunate enough to watch games with Wayne Gretzky playing live and Mario Lemieux playing live, and that's how it is. Your eyes are just naturally drawn to them. And Lane Hudson, they love a show in Montreal, and it's incredible. It's like they've gone through a 40-year drought of not having a 50-goal scorer or a 100-point guy or, you know, an offensive defenseman like that. It's fun times in Montreal.
Sean, do you want to give us a prediction for the series, or you don't have to? You don't have to.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I got penned into that in the last round, and I got lucky. I called Montreal in 7.
Okay.
And this might sound kind of weak, but it's gonna be a 7-game series. If it's 6, I'll be surprised that somebody gets that kind of distance in this one. And hey, I live here. It's going to be Montreal in 7.
Sean, no disrespect to Jakob Dobish here, but are you getting calls from Carey Price going, where were these guys when I was there?
Oh my. Can you imagine if Carey Price had this team? Wow. Yeah. That's a tough one for Carey. But hey, look at the run they had in 2021. Yeah. That was spectacular.
Yeah, it was.
And Sean, we have to ask you, Montreal, of course, always has great games because they have a pretty good rivalry with the Toronto Maple Leafs. They land the number 1 pick last night. Did you feel like I did when I had to be held up by the girlfriend there because I was so surprised? Just your thoughts on that.
Hey, good for the Leafs. Hope that they can take that number 1 pick and make something productive out of it.
That's perfect, Sean.
Yeah, I won't. I'll just leave the punchlines to the rest of you. Consider me your setup, man.
Perfect. Yeah. Absolutely perfect.
I don't think they're catching anyone by surprise next year. Let's just leave it at that.
Sean, thank you for taking the time. This has been great. Great to meet you on the phone line. I'm sure if the Habs
pleasure, guys, anytime.
Yeah.
Especially if this run goes on. And, feel for Oilers fans, man, to come that close with that team and those two guys. It's got to be tough. Feel your pain, man.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting offseason here in Edmonton. But, Sean, we'll reach out if the Habs are into the 3rd round, and we're all hoping they are. Thanks again.
Great talking with you.
All right, Sean Farrell from NHL.com joining us here on EST Afternoon. Sounds like an old school dog. Eh?
That's a guy that's really looking forward to this run. Like, that's nice. That reminds me of what it's like to be in the 2nd round of the playoffs.
Hey, we had 2 good years, boys.
Yeah, we had great years, man.
So close. And
I think the Canadians, wouldn't it be kind of poetic that the Canadians, after, 30 years since 31 years?
They win it.
Or 29 years.
Oh,
right?
Man.
33.
93.
When did they win?
1993.
Oh, 93.
Yeah.
Why did I say 96?
Reed had a whole
did he?
little spiel about that. The great 33 who was the goaltender who took him.
Oh, it's Roy. Yeah.
The great Reed Wilkins. Yeah. That's going to be a fun series, man. You know what's going to be fun as well? The Screw Let's Do a Parlay. That's coming up as well. I got to read this text. It's pretty funny. Instead of keeping 2 players, can we get rid of Jackson and Bowman? Timbers Woodsman. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I mean, some people want that as well. I would have won text of the day, but that's not our shtick. And KR says, I think Wallman is going to be better next year. He had a rough injury-filled season, but looked pretty good in the playoffs. He's no worse than Nurse, and his cap hit is closer to what Nurse should be. That's a fair point. Hopefully he can bounce back. And I think you brought it up.
Who said that, Mr. Positivity?
KR, look at him being
Holy
positive.
Smokes.
Are you in Edmonton?
Wow. I am... I hate to say it, I'm not very optimistic of Mr. Wallman.
Let's hope. That's all we could do, man. Let's hope.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to be. It's going to have to be way better.
Yeah.
But like I said, I do think he was banged up to a.
This one from the W says, hot take. Connor's cheap contract wasn't to make the offseason easier for the team. It was to make it easier to trade him. Oh, what are we doing? Can't talk like that. Not right now. Portion of this hour brought to
wait
you
till
by
Christmas at least.
Wait till the trade deadline, man. Jeez. Why wait for a good time? Started early at the CBH. Happy hour runs Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. with deals starting at $3.99. Your couch can't compete. The Canadian Brewhouse. Screw it. Let's do it probably on the other side of the break.
Edmonton's Matthias Ekholm and Josh Szymanski are off to the World Hockey Championship. That kicks off next Friday with Ekholm joining his native Sweden, Szymanski representing Germany. And at ice level, the Habs Sabres open their second round series. 5 o'clock puck drop. Elsewhere, the Golden Knights play host to the Ducks for Game 2 of their series. Ducks looking to tie the series at 1 apiece. Meanwhile, Nick Suzuki, Anthony Cirelli, and Brock Nelson have all been named as finalists for the Selke Trophy, which is awarded to the NHL's best defensive forward. In other news, the PWHL is coming to Hockeytown, expanding to Detroit for the start of next season. That increases the league's total teams from 8 to 9, and with the announcement, Detroit will host the upcoming draft and awards ceremony in June. On the court, 76ers, they battle the Knicks. Phillies' Joel Embiid has been ruled out for the game with hip soreness and a sprained ankle. Later on, the Spurs, Timberwolves, they dance New York and Minnesota, leading 1-0 in their respective series. Over to the majors, 4 games are live with the White Sox up 1-0 on the Angels, bottom 2nd and bottom 8th inning, 11-2 lead for the Dodgers against the Astros. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc. They're the experts you need to know. The Screw Let's Do It parlay up next here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Firehouse Subs. Our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense.
Moving to a new home sounds simple, but sometimes
we can't move it until when?
Life gets in the way. Whether you're downsizing or staging your house to sell, Sentinel Storage has affordable solutions at a store near you. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
The Canadian Brewhouse is not a quiet place to watch the game. We're a goal horn blaring, tankard raising, stranger hugging, lose your voice kind of a place. No inside voices, no empty seats, no bad angles. Just playoff hockey, the way it's supposed to feel. With your friends, the ones you brought and the ones you just met. If you want quiet, stay home. If you want to feel it, book your spot now in the loudest room in the city. This is our house, the Canadian Brewhouse.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Here, final segment, EST Afternoons. Joaquin, Hernan, and Zach with you. Coming up at 3, Reed Wilkins, J Mill with the Reed Wilkins Show. They'll have Steve Hamill They will have
Sean McIndoe. Down goes Brown Sean Boom Belsey, known friend of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, look at that. If you missed it, Ekholm going to the World. So is Josh Szymanski. Good for them. I'm surprised Ekholm's going. Rest up, buddy.
He's going?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Fourth time in his career, yeah.
It is.
What you doing, bro?
Swedes, that's a big thing for Swedes, though.
Yeah. And Germans.
Yeah, second time for Szymanski. He had 5 points in 5 games the last time.
I'd want to take my family to Switzerland, too. For a little.
Come on.
Edmonton Elks kick off their training camp on Sunday, May 10th at Clark Stadium, 9 a.m. First session. Then they go every single day up until game day, which will be at Clark Stadium as well. So, might have an elk on tomorrow. What do you think, Joaquin?
An actual elk?
Or should we?
That'd be a tough interview.
How would an elk talk?
What is it? Dusty does an elk call, doesn't he?
Does he?
It's not good, but
he's so talented. That Dustin Nelson. Yeah. All right, let's get to Screw It. Let's do it for Play Alberta. And Inside the Numbers.
Screw it, let's do it, no delay. Let's take a risk today. No sense being safe. We need a huge payday.
Okay, boys. Do you mind if I go first? Go right ahead. Cutter Gauthier goal.
That's what I said last time.
I know. I'm sticking to it, bro. Who wants to go next?
Well, how much time we got?
We got about 8 minutes.
Okay, Koob, you can go. Here comes the yeah, for all those of you that didn't see, he brought out a notepad here.
but listen,
this is how I do it.
But listen,
very analytical.
It's good.
I'm like Chaika.
But this is supposed to be the Screw Let's Do It, and we just have to pick.
No, let him do it.
Well, I had a feeling because I read something about Cole Caulfield. We just heard about the Habs and Sabres as well, and it's going to be an amazing series. And Cole Caulfield, 4 points, 1 goal, 3 assists in 7 games against Tampa Bay. The last 3 games he was held off the score sheet, and all of his points have came on the power play. So for a Cole Caulfield power play point tonight, it's plus 271 on Play Alberta, and I'm going with it tonight, boys.
Oh, okay, Joaquin.
When you got dressed today, did you like go back to like your grade 4 and go, this is matches?
Yeah, I'm looking like the Green Machine. I've been matching quite a bit. I know, I got the green shirt, I got green shorts.
Kids, like I live right beside a school, and I watch kids that go, and they're like, I see them match their shirt to their shorts or pants and stuff. And
I just wear whatever my mom gives me.
Yeah, it's already laid out.
He's even got the green socks.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're blue. They're blue. Don't kid
funny.
yourself. No, yeah.
Hey, 63 thumbs up. That's embarrassing.
Come on.
Boo. Joaquin, what do you got?
Tyler Ennis, 63?
Yeah.
Only 63? I said 80. I might not give my pick today if I don't get to 80 here. I'm going to go Ducks money line.
Nice. I like 2 out of the 3 picks. I'll leave out which one I don't like.
Shut up. Come on.
He hates the Ducks. What can he say? Okay, what do we
put
at?
him in a
64.
quackle.
Come on. Just go hit the thumbs up to get to 80. Real quick. I don't ask for much.
Yeah.
I never ask for anything, actually.
No, you don't.
Just hit it.
Hit it.
Stop.
How about this?
Smash the thumbs up.
Smash the thumbs up.
Dusty beats us if we don't get to 80 every day, all right?
Yeah. Okay, what did Coop take again? Power play point, right?
Cole Caulfield.
Yeah.
Okay. And what did I take?
You
Cutter go,
quiet. Stop it. You're such a...
Well, just...
if you weren't such bullies to Coop's picks, maybe more people would thumb. A baby.
Okay, without the Ducks money line right now, we're already at plus 900. So let's go.
Nice.
Pretty decent.
The Screw It, Let's Do It is Cole Caulfield power play point, Cutter Gauthier goal, Ducks money line. Let's roll.
I like it.
He's due, Hernan.
He is due.
He's due.
Who's due? Cutter?
No.
Oh.
Cole Caulfield. He's due.
I like Cole, man. He's a good dude. Hey, today's National Nurses Day. Shout out to the best nurse, my niece.
Oh, I have a niece that's a nurse too.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's why we're good buddies, man.
Well,
it's National Bike to School Day. Do you remember when you were allowed to ride?
What did I just show you?
Yeah.
I showed you my bike route.
How fun was that?
Oh, the factory Kuahara down that street. It was all a little downhill.
I think I had a Bobcat. Remember the Bobcat bicycle? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What are they
There's
called?
no
Bobcat?
such thing.
I think it was. Yeah.
There was Kuaharas, Red Lines, double diamond. What was the other one?
What, the popular kinds of bikes?
BMX bikes.
Oh.
So Kuahara, Red Line, Mongoose.
Yeah, I had a Mongoose.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. Well, my brother did, and I kind of inherited it.
Yeah.
Inherited it.
Maybe it wasn't
Somebody
a Bobcat.
stole it, though. I was so mad that day. It was a nice baby blue Mongoose. Those things were heavy, too. Those are racing BMXs.
Oh, I remember being chased by a gang of Cobra Kai looking to take my factory Kuahara away from me.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I was flying home. They were all chasing me. Diamondback, yeah. Dave in Section T, I still have my Kuahara? No way. I wish I had mine.
It's National Beverage Day. Non-alcoholic. If you could only have one beverage for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Water.
Oh, come on.
You didn't lay
Black
out
coffee.
anything on mine?
Really?
Yeah.
But espresso with hot water.
I might have to go with a Coca-Cola, man.
Oh.
Diet Pepsi.
Or a ginger ale.
On ice.
Canada Dry. Oh. How about an Orange Gina from the Italian shop?
No.
Ginger beer?
I could have soda water the rest of my life.
Really?
Yeah. I love the
Kombucha?
bubbles. None of that hippie stuff.
On this day in 1996, Backstreet Boys released their self-titled debut album. Backstreet's Back. Well, that probably
All
won't
right.
end.
That's a good one.
On this day in 2004, Friends aired its series finale on NBC.
Oh, when they all moved
they
to
stop
the
being
suburbs?
friends?
To the suburbs,
Oh.
yeah. And on this day in 1997, Hanson released their debut studio album, Middle of Nowhere. Bap,
That's a great tune.
bap, bap.
I was.
That was terrible.
It was a great song. Great harmonies in that.
And this is a very sad day for Hernan. In 1987, Mr. Belvedere was canceled after 3 seasons. Remember Mr. Belvedere?
You watched it?
I watched every sitcom. I was like 8.
Did you watch Three's Company?
I love Three's Company.
Really?
Yeah. My dad always watched it, so
It's sad because I'm the same age as Mr. Roper right now. Was on the show. I'm Mr. Roper.
it was better with Ralph Early, though.
I don't know. I liked Mr. Roper and his Mrs. Roper. She was hilarious.
Yeah. So we both have nieces that are nurses. Eh?
Well, she's at the U of A right now, finishing her stuff.
You know,
I got a couple
She's
buddies doing that.
third year in.
You know what's crazy? My niece works at the U of A.
Really?
Yeah.
Small world, boys.
Maybe they know each other.
It's a small
Maybe they're
world.
best friends like you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Don't know. My other niece is in Bali right now, I think.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That must be nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tyson says Three's Company was an all-timer. Oh, yeah.
One of the best.
Best show.
If I had the dough, I would open up a neighborhood pub and call it the Regal Beagle.
The Telus, if you're on Telus, there's a whole channel. All it does is show Three's Company all day.
John Ritter was great, too.
Oh, he was great. I'm really having a really bad hair day, guys. Not happy with my hair.
Nothing that a trip to Turkey can't fix.
Well, I'm not saying I'm losing my hair. I'm just saying it's a bad hair day. What do you think?
Yeah, it's starting to look like a baboon bum when you're from behind. There's a baboon. Oh, no, it's Hernan.
Oh, you son of a gun.
Son of a...
I'm going to go for a gnarly run, buddy. What are you going to do?
Oh, wear a hat.
I just heard that.
So, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I got work to do, man. I got presentations to create.
You work too much, man.
Well...
You're doing the financials, so I get it.
You want to retire in Mexico and those stuff, like all these things. I just looked at my old house back in Vancouver. I'll have to do a lot more work if I want to move back home.
Yeah, it's a little pricey. So. Did we hit 100? Probably not. I mean 80.
Did
we did.
Oh, just
we hit 80, just barely.
You did it, Nasties. Once again.
Must have been the baboon joke.
The baboon joke put us over the top. Hey, big shout out to Sean Farrell from NHL.com joining us to talk Habs. Rob Williams from the Daily Hive in Vancouver. Thank you for watching, listening, and the thumbs up. Don't go anywhere. Reed Wilkins, Jim Milne coming up with the Reed Wilkins Show. For Coob and Joaquin, I'm Hernan saying enjoy the day, enjoy the hockey, enjoy the NBA. Chowders. Dun, da, da, da.